Good morning, students.
Good morning.
How is everyone doing today?
Good.
Good, bad, okay. Alright, so today before we start our lesson or start anything about our lesson, I will now take your attendance first before we get into today's session. Just listen for your names carefully. Christopher, Samuel,
Absent.
Antoine,
Absent.
Josh. Alright, so thank you. Now we'll get into our first thing of our lesson, our first part of our lesson. So I'll display this model here for you, and I want you to take a minute or so to think about it and let me know what you think this is. So you have a minute, think about it. I'll keep it up here, and I'll ask one person to volunteer and tell me what this instrument is or what it's used for. Alright? Let's have our first volunteer. Yes, Genevia? Okay, very good. She said it is a rain gauge. Now, can another volunteer stand and tell me the use of it? Yes, Bob?
It's used to measure rainfall.
Very good. It's used to measure rainfall. So that brings us to the topic of today's lesson, which is weather and climate. Now, to have a little bit more knowledge of the definition of weathering and so on, we will now sing a little song. So you just repeat after me. Alright? Alright, so I'll begin and then you repeat after me, alright? So let's go. Weather today, climate over time.
Weather today, climate over time.
Weather is what we feel today.
Weather is what we feel today.
Sun or rain may come our way.
Sun or rain may come our way.
Wind may blow and clouds may climb.
Wind may blow and clouds may climb.
That is weather for a short time.
That is weather for a short time.
Climate tells a longer story.
Climate tells a longer story.
Season pattern, dry or stormy.
Season pattern, dry or stormy.
Years of records help us see
Years of records help us see
what a place is likely to be.
what a place is likely to be.
Good. So from that, we will now, from singing that song, I'll now want to take your attention to behind your chair where a card is placed here. So everybody just orderly get up and turn and look behind your chair and take out that card, that mystery card that was placed behind your chair. Everybody receive one? Good. Now I'll ask you guys to read your mystery card to yourself quietly. And when you finish, you can just raise your hand so I know that you finished. I'll read mine. Everybody finished? Very good. So now your mystery card have a statement on it, and it's asking you whether it is climate or whether it is weather. Now I want each one of you to quickly stand, read your statement, and tell me which one of the option is correct. I'll start with this end first. Let's go.
This afternoon, temperature today is 32 Celsius. It is weather.
You think it's weather? Okay, so this statement reads that this afternoon temperature is 32 degrees Celsius, and she thinks it is
Weather.
weather. Is that correct? Yes, it is correct. The next person?
It is really heavy outside right now. Weather and climate, I think it's weather.
Very good. It is weather because it's raining and it's raining temporarily. Yes,
A place is usually hot and humid throughout the year. But I think it's climate.
very good. Next.
Guyana has a wet and dry season. I think it's climate.
Very good.
Deserts normally receive very little rainfall over many years. Climate.
Very good. Yes, Shania.
Dark clouds are covering the sky this morning. Weather.
Very good.
The Caribbean is generally warm because it is in the tropics. This climate.
Very good. So almost 90% of the class got their response correct. Give yourself a tap on the shoulder. Good. Alright, so now we'll move on to our poster. So I want to draw your attention to this side of the classroom whereby I'll give you the definition of weather, climate, the differences, and I'll give you some elements of weather. Alright, so first off we have weather is a short-term atmospheric condition, meaning it's only for a short period of time, it will change. Alright, so climate is generally for a longer period of time, and this is usually over years or months. And we have the main differences, and I have a little image here. There's the first part is weather, the second part is climate. So the weather changes daily, and climate are more long-term patterns that we can study or see happening for a period of time. And this period is usually expanded over months or years. That is the difference. Now we have key elements such as temperature, sunshine, precipitation, atmospheric pressure, wind, humidity, and clouds. Now these are the 6 main elements. I'll ask you to just memorize it and ensure that you understand that these are the 6 elements of weather. Also, it's important to know the definition and the key differences. Alright, so we have temperature and we have a work example of how to find temperature. Now it is simple. Temperature is basically just how hot or cold the atmosphere is. Right now here, this is our atmosphere and it feels very what? Hot or cold? Cold. It feels very cold. Now we can calculate this. So the calculation is that when the highest temperature is given to you and the lowest temperature is given to you, in this case, the highest temperature is 32 degrees Celsius and the lowest temperature is 30 degrees Celsius. An important note to keep in mind is that the temperature is measured in degrees Celsius. Right? So we have the diurnal temperature, which is basically the highest temperature minus the lowest temperature. And whatever response we get, we can find the mean daily temperature from that by just dividing it by the amount of numbers we have here, which is 2. Right? So I'll ask you guys now to just take a stand. Everybody raise up from their seats, orderly. I'll ask you to go outside and observe the weather for about 2 to 3 minutes. I'll give you an observation checklist that I want you to, when you enter in that field exercise, I want you to conduct. As we return to classroom, we will then discuss it, okay? Yes. Any questions so far? No. Right. Yeah, you can give her one. This row can orderly go by the door line up, followed by this row. Okay? Now let's go outside. Yeah, stay right. You Okay, students, so we would have just completed our field observation exercise, and I want just 2 volunteers to actually just stand and tell me what they observed from outside, and would they conclude it to be weather or climate. So, 2 volunteers. Yes, ma'am.
I think it's weather.
Okay, you think weather is happening outside, and what is your reason for it?
Because yesterday it was sunny, so it's weather. And if it was climate, it would have been the same thing for today.
Okay, very good. So she made a very good comparison. If it was a different weather yesterday and it's a different one today, then it cannot be climate. You can only recognize if it's climate if it happened for over months or years. So after we're seeing a pattern over months and years, then is when we can recognize that it is climate. Any other volunteer would like to stand and tell me what you guys observe from outside? Yes, Josh?
Miss, I observed due to the temporary changes, the weather in Guyana is probably just going to stay the same throughout the year. Doesn't mean that it's not seasonal. We don't know if it's going to end here, but it could continue throughout the year. So we can't make an observation just yet, but for now it's weather.
Okay, so that's correct, and that's an excellent observation. Thank you. So he said that how we can only make an assumption of what it is if it's weather climate for today. But if we're actually studying for multiple months or days or weeks, we can see if there's one specific pattern, and if we recognize one specific pattern, we'll know that that is what? That is climate. Very good. So I'll have a little group task for you to do whereby you will now take the worksheet and you have to calculate using this. I'll leave the poster display. You will use the same formula that is here and you will calculate, do a simple calculation of the temperature. I'll give you the worksheet, and also you do some simple structure questions, right? You have about 5 minutes to complete such, and you can do that in groups of 4 or 5. Right, so orderly, assign yourself to a group. So I can assume that she's gonna come over here, and the two of you gonna step to the back. Okay. Alright, so Tabby gonna come over, and I'll share the paper now. So now that you're in your group, you'll have 2 simple worksheets that will take about 2 minutes each to complete. So the first one, I have an example of to calculate temperature, and the highest and lowest temperature is given here, and you just need to calculate it. I'll give you a calculator for each group. The practice task, I want you to go home and practice for homework. This is additional way of how you can find your temperature, right? Or additional sums, I think. And then your second group task is just to complete whatever you would have observed over outside on the field just now. You'll just put it in here and come to a conclusion. I'll ask at least one group to present on this and one group to tell me their response on the calculation sheet. Are you ready, students?
Yes.
Alright, good. You don't need to write on all papers. You can just write your response on one, and the others can just, use that paper. That's fine. Again, you have 5 minutes. Start now. So, you guys would have completed the first worksheet.
Yes,
I will proceed to the second one, and then we'll discuss both worksheets together. Now I have a mystery box here. I'll ask one group to pull a card from each one, and that will state which pattern you're actually going to write about. Okay? Everybody clear?
Yes, miss.
Good. Sorry, you're supposed to pull. One. Alright, good. So you may begin your second worksheet. Okay, students, you guys would have completed both sheets. Thank you. And we will now proceed from the first sheet. So I want one volunteer from this group to stand up and explain their calculation that they would have received. So please ensure that you mark and ensure that you have the correct response as I tell her if it's correct or incorrect. Okay? Alright, you can proceed.
Okay. From
from our calculation, the first one, they asked for add the three readings, which is 24 degrees Celsius plus 32 degrees Celsius plus 28 degrees Celsius. Together we have 84 degrees Celsius. Then they asked to
So that's correct. The first response, you have to add the tree temperature, which is 84 degrees Celsius. Continue.
Good. The second one is divide by the number of readings. So, the answer we get at the top, we have to divide it by how much numbers was given, which was 3 numbers given.
Very good.
So, we divide 84 by 3,
And
and the answer is 28 degrees Celsius.
very good. Everybody got 28 degrees Celsius?
Yes.
Lovely.
Then they ask for the average temperature. It's going to be same 28 degrees.
Mhm.
Because you don't gotta do nothing, you gotta subtract nor add.
Okay.
Highest temperature is equal to 32 degrees because 32 is the highest number out of the 3 readings.
Very good. So 32 is the highest. Everybody got that?
The lowest temperature is 24 degrees Celsius.
Mm-hmm.
Then they ask for the temperature range. For the temperature range, you have to subtract the lowest from the highest. The highest is 32 and the lowest is 24. So when you subtract 24 from 32, you're going to get 8. So the answer is 8 degrees Celsius.
Good. Very good. So everybody got that? Great. So I asked the other group to explain their response of their group activity worksheet 2. So one person could explain. So you have to say the condition that you, or the pattern that you would have received, and then you would have just give me the response for your questions. Let's go.
This the pattern our group received was windy conditions.
Windy conditions, okay.
Number 1 is asking, is your pattern mainly weather or climate? The pattern is weather, mainly for the reason of its temporary state of being and its low longevity over time. Number 2, what signs or evidence would help someone recognize this pattern? Now, Miss, you chose heavy wind because if heavy wind is happening over time, it is more easy or more likely the person would recognize that it would be a windy condition.
Okay, very good.
Number 3, how can this pattern affect clothing, transport, farming, school life, and health or safety? We chose it can destroy clothing, livestock, and destroy schools and public buildings, leading to unemployment. And number 4, what should people do to prepare for this response? Now, we collectively came together and agreed that sturdy material to construct our homes or sturdy things just to help it not blow away so easily, that would be the best course of action. And number 5, write 2 words from your group while using the card.
Okay, so that is where we will now go into our action session. So, group number 1, I want you to choose one representative and you will act the pattern that you get. And the remaining of the class will try to guess and see what pattern are you trying to explain or display through your words you kind of call or state the same word or through your action, right? So, I'll ask the volunteer from group 1 to proceed with your act.
Bye-bye. Look what this friend do to this place. How we gonna read school, girl?
Me, no.
That, you better go. Then mommy buy language for we because me walking in this barefoot or with me brand new shoes she buy. So we got them mommy buy language. But school important, girl, we mean.
I was gonna say quiet.
Something got happened. That's why we buying the language.
Okay, great. The following group, you guys can guess what they're trying to express?
Yes, Miss.
Okay, let's hear your response.
Do you think it's flooding?
So you think it's flooding?
Something to do with rain, so flood.
So yes, so it is correct. They would have guessed it correctly. It is flooding and the environment is being flooded, but this is due to heavy rainfall. So that is why the girl expressed that they need long boots to go to school because the water is almost to their knees. I give them a round of applause for the girl proceed. And the group at the back, you can come forward with your representative to display your weather pattern.
This is gonna bring up prop, right?
Yes.
win today. Oh. How I gonna make it back home with? Hey, you know what? Let me just close my door. I gotta stay in for today. You know? Wait. Oh, I left the guard outside. Hold on. Charcoal. Oh. You know what? I think Saber can handle it out there. It's just for today. I can go back inside and sleep.
Okay, so this group, what do you guys think that Josh was trying to express to us here?
Something with
Something with the wind.
Yeah, very windy. Yeah.
Very good. So he would have explained the windy pattern whereby he tried to open the door, but the wind is just pushing him back to whatever direction it's going into, right? So give him a round of applause. Very well done. Lovely. Good. So our last and final task for today will be doing our exit ticket, whereby I'll give you a minute or two to read the exit ticket, and then I'll ask at least 2 different volunteers to actually stand up and answer their exit tickets. Okay? Yes, ma'am. Our response to our exit ticket now, so we have Rima first, then followed by Bob.
Okay, so weather means weather is basically the short-term atmospheric condition. It's like happen for a short period of time.
Very good.
And climate means the long-term condition. It's like for months and years this weather could continue going for. Circle 1. Today breeze is weather. Cause yesterday you didn't really, add so much breeze. And one thing I learned today is weather and climate can have effects on human life.
Okay, very good. Let's give her a clap. Mark your books. So I asked you guys to just paste the handout and the worksheet inside of your exercise book, and I'll come and sign them off. Okay? You want to get words on it? Okay. Ready? Okay, paste it in your exercise book. Okay, students, so that brings us to the end of today's lesson. I know you would have a lot of takeaways from today's lesson, and I hope that our next lesson be engaging as this one. So you may orderly pack up your book and line for us to begin. Thank you all.